Imagine stepping into a showroom and driving away in a brand new electric car for less than $30,000. Not in some far-off future, but within just a few years. Potentially, before this decade draws to a close. This isn't just a pipe dream. It could soon be reality for millions of drivers, currently sidelined by the high price tags dominating the electric vehicle market. What would it mean if electric mobility became truly accessible, not only for well-heeled early adopters, but for students, first-time buyers, families, and city dwellers everywhere? Enter Kia, a brand once tightly linked in people's minds, with affordable, practical sedans and compact city cars. Over the years, Kia has shaken off its budget-only image and now stands at the forefront of a global electric transformation. The company's ambitious plans were laid out in vivid detail at its recent EV Day, where executives didn't just parade around sleek, high-end vehicles. Instead, Kia pulled back the curtain on the concept EV2, a car designed for the everyday driver, sending an unmistakable message. Affordable electric vehicles are no longer a distant fantasy, but an imminent reality. The EV2, scheduled to launch in approximately 2026, is more than just another model. It is a statement of intent. Kia's CEO, Ho-Sung Song, has even hinted that something even more wallet-friendly is on the horizon. A sub-€25,000 electric car. That's just under $30,000. This new vehicle, minimalist and functional, takes its design cues from Muji, the iconic Japanese lifestyle brand celebrated worldwide for its simple, understated, and practical products. By channeling Muji's ethos, Kia aims to strip away unnecessary complexity and focus on what truly matters to drivers: affordability, reliability, and ease of use. Imagine a car that is as approachable as your favorite piece of furniture. No frills, just function, and designed to last. But make no mistake, the EV2 is only the beginning. Kia's electrification roadmap now stretches across a wide spectrum of vehicles, from the futuristic, bold lines of the EV4 sedan, which is poised to challenge even the likes of Tesla's famed Model 3, to the family-sized, three-row EV9 SUV. Kia is building a portfolio that appeals to nearly every type of driver. Their comprehensive strategy, dubbed Plan S, lays out a detailed blueprint to launch between 14 and 15 new electric models globally by the year 2027. Already, the numbers are beginning to tell a story. In the past year alone, Kia's global electric vehicle sales surged by approximately 10%, surpassing 200,000 units for the very first time. These aren't just statistics. They represent a tangible shift in consumer sentiment and a growing appetite for electric mobility at scale. It's a remarkable accomplishment for a company that, just a decade ago, was barely a blip on the radar of electric innovation. Yet, Kia's ambitions go far beyond simply adding more models. The company is investing heavily in new battery technologies, pouring resources into research aimed at lengthening driving ranges, reducing charging times, and lowering the cost of battery packs. At the same time, they are reimagining the buying experience itself, opening unplugged ground EV experience centers in key cities, where customers can test drive vehicles, learn about charging infrastructure, and even experiment with digital ownership models. These centers are designed to demystify electric vehicles, helping hesitant buyers overcome their skepticism. Kia's next-generation EV6, for example, is being built on a cutting-edge, software-defined 800-volt architecture. This allows for ultra-fast charging and, crucially, opens the door to over-the-air software updates. According to design director Karim Habib, Kia's new flexible platforms are transforming the way cars are built. By decoupling hardware from software, they're able to iterate rapidly, customize features for different markets, and respond to consumer trends with unprecedented speed. We're entering a new era where creativity and efficiency are no longer in conflict, Habib said. Our platforms let us experiment and refine, all while keeping costs down. But behind this bold push lies a series of formidable obstacles. Bringing a truly affordable electric vehicle to market for under $30,000 is a high-wire act. The backdrop is complicated by global economics, as tariffs on imported electric vehicles threaten to upend carefully calculated business models. According to Auto News, even a seemingly modest $1,000 increase in EV tax credits has been shown to boost adoption rates by more than 10%. Yet the flip side is equally true. If those incentives disappear, the entire market could stall almost overnight. Tariffs could significantly impact EV affordability, potentially hindering market growth, one analyst warned. Reliability, too, remains a persistent concern. Many potential buyers are haunted by stories of battery degradation, sudden loss of range, or charging network failures. Consumer Reports has repeatedly highlighted that reliability and ease of ownership are top priorities for mainstream car shoppers. Even as technology improves by leaps and bounds, the legacy of early EV hiccups still shapes public perception. And let's not forget the importance of robust charging infrastructure. Without rapid, widespread access to charging at home, work, and on the road, many consumers simply won't make the leap, no matter how low the sticker price. Then there's the intensifying competitive landscape. Tesla, once the undisputed king of electric innovation, has now been joined by legacy automakers like General Motors, Ford, and Volkswagen, as well as bold newcomers from China and other emerging markets. Each is racing to build the next must-have electric vehicle, armed with dazzling design, advanced tech, and aggressive pricing. In China, for instance, BYD has launched electric models that undercut Western competitors by thousands of dollars, forcing everyone to rethink their value proposition. Kia's answer is to focus relentlessly on practical innovation and affordability, but the battlefield is crowded and the stakes are high. So what's at risk? If Kia succeeds in delivering electric vehicles well below the $30,000 mark, the entire automotive landscape could shift. Imagine a world in which students, young professionals, and families no longer have to choose between price and sustainability. Experts at Electrek predict that if Kia and its rivals ignite a genuine price war, entry-level car buyers could see their options multiply almost overnight. The consequences would ripple across the industry. More features at lower prices, faster innovation, and a mass migration away from internal combustion engines. But the road is perilous. Tariffs and trade disputes can reverse years of progress in a single policy decision. As one auto news analyst bluntly put it, a single tariff hike can erase years of pricing progress overnight. There are also supply chain vulnerabilities, especially around battery minerals like lithium, cobalt, and nickel. These materials are often sourced from politically unstable regions, and shortages or price spikes could disrupt production schedules for months, if not years. Add to that the ever-present risk of government incentives being slashed or charging infrastructure lagging behind, and the challenge becomes clear. Bringing affordable EVs to the masses requires not just technical ingenuity, but political and economic resilience. In this complex environment, the role of government incentives and public policy cannot be overstated. A landmark Bloomberg NEF report found that increasing EV tax credits by even $1,000 can boost adoption rates by over 10%. In countries where EV incentives have been withdrawn prematurely, like the United Kingdom and Germany, electric vehicle sales have stagnated or even declined, underscoring how fragile the transition can be. Conversely, when the United States introduced a $7,500 federal EV tax credit, sales soared, and new models were rushed to market. Policymakers hold the keys to the kingdom, and their decisions will shape the speed and scope of the electric revolution. Let's look at the broader implications. If Kia's affordable EV push proves successful, the shockwaves will be felt far beyond car dealerships. Urban planners could reimagine city streets, replacing noisy, polluting traffic with clean, quiet electric fleets. Public transportation might integrate seamlessly with shared EV networks, giving rise to new business models in ride-hailing, delivery, and even autonomous driving. Energy grids, too, would need to adapt as millions of new electric cars plug in, creating opportunities for smart charging, vehicle-to-grid services, and renewable energy integration. Consider the potential impact on jobs and the broader economy. As EV adoption accelerates, new industries could flourish: battery manufacturing, recycling, charging infrastructure development, and software engineering. At the same time, traditional automotive jobs, especially those tied to internal combustion engine production, may decline, requiring bold retraining and workforce development initiatives. In this way, the shift to affordable EVs is not just a technological transformation, but a societal one, touching everything from employment to environmental policy. What does this mean for you as a consumer? If you're thinking about your next car, the prospect of truly affordable electric vehicles is game-changing. Rising fuel prices, increasingly strict emission standards, and the growing appeal of clean mobility all add up to a powerful incentive to consider going electric. But it pays to stay informed. Track how government incentives are evolving in your area, as these can shave thousands off the purchase price. Follow updates from automakers like Kia, Tesla, Volkswagen, and emerging Chinese brands. Competition is your friend, driving better deals and more features. If you're not in the market right now, don't tune out. The coming battle over affordable electric cars will affect urban life, job markets, and even energy prices. Cities that embrace electric mobility could see cleaner air, reduce noise pollution, and expanded tech sectors as charging networks grow. If you care about climate policy, pay attention to local debates over EV incentives and infrastructure. Your voice as a voter or citizen can shape which projects get funded and how quickly the transition happens. Looking further ahead, consider the historical parallels. The rise of the Ford Model T in the early 20th century democratized car ownership, transforming society by making mobility accessible to millions. Today, the world stands at a similar inflection point. If Kia and its rivals can break through the price barrier, electric vehicles could become as ubiquitous as the gasoline-powered cars of the past century. But if they stumble due to tariffs, supply chain shocks, or policy failures, the dream of universal electric mobility may remain out of reach for another generation. There are also deeper questions about technology and trust. Kia's strategy of decoupling hardware and software gives them flexibility, but it also introduces uncertainty. Will consumers embrace a new generation of vehicles that rely on constant software updates, digital services, and customizable features? Or will they long for the mechanical simplicity of older cars? As automakers push towards software-defined vehicles, the boundaries between car, smartphone, and computer are blurring, raising new questions about data privacy, cybersecurity, and the nature of ownership itself. Expert opinions remain divided. Some analysts, like those at Reuters, see Kia's commitment to affordable EVs as a watershed moment, one that could force the entire industry to prioritize accessibility and reliability. Others caution that competitive pricing alone is not enough. Only sustained investment in technology, after-sales service, and customer education will win over skeptical buyers. As one senior analyst put it, affordability is the key that unlocks true market transformation. But you can't just build a cheap car, you have to build a good one. Meanwhile, the global context continues to shift. In Europe, strict emissions regulations and urban access restrictions are making gasoline and diesel cars less attractive. And in North America, the Inflation Reduction Act has turbocharged investment in domestic battery production and charging infrastructure. In Asia, rapid urbanization and government mandates are driving demand for small, efficient EVs. Each region presents unique challenges and opportunities for Kia's global EV strategy. Kia's leadership is keenly aware of these dynamics. Ho-Sung Song has emphasized that the company's strategy is not just about launching new models, but about forging partnerships and adapting to local conditions. In Europe and North America, Kia is exploring alliances with battery suppliers, charging network operators, and even local governments to ensure that affordable EVs can reach as wide an audience as possible. The company's flexible manufacturing approach, building vehicles in different regions, adapting to local regulations, and tweaking features for specific markets, gives it an edge in a rapidly evolving landscape. But let's not lose sight of the human element. At its heart, Kia's push for affordable electric vehicles is about more than technology or market share. It's about expanding freedom and opportunity. For a young family, an EV that costs no more than a traditional compact car means lower operating costs, fewer emissions, and the ability to participate in a cleaner, quieter future. For city dwellers, it means access to new forms of mobility that align with urban lifestyles. For rural drivers, it could mean reliable transportation with lower maintenance costs and the ability to charge at home. Now, here's a little-known fact. Kia's inspiration for its minimalist electric vehicles comes not from other car makers, but from Muji, the celebrated Japanese lifestyle brand renowned for its stripped-down, affordable design. This philosophy is evident in every detail, from the clean lines of the EV2 to the intuitive, clutter-free user interface. The result is a car that feels approachable and timeless, appealing not only to tech enthusiasts, but also to those who value simplicity and practicality above all. So can Kia really break the price barrier and make electric vehicles accessible for all? Based on everything we've uncovered, the answer is a cautious but genuine yes. Kia's bold strategy, grounded in both innovative design and a willingness to tackle affordability head-on, positions it at the forefront of a global transformation. But success is far from guaranteed. The company must carefully balance costs, reliability, regulatory uncertainty, and rapidly shifting consumer expectations. If Kia gets it right, the ripple effects could democratize clean mobility across continents. If not, it could be another missed opportunity in the long journey towards sustainable transportation. As we look to the future, the stakes have never been higher. The battle for affordable electric mobility will shape not only the auto industry, but our cities, our economies, and our planet's health for decades to come. Will Kia's vision ignite a new era of mass-market electric vehicles, or will hidden costs, policy reversals, and supply chain disruptions slam on the brakes? The answer may depend as much on political will and public support as on engineering prowess. If you found this deep dive insightful, don't forget to like, subscribe, and share your thoughts in the comments below. What features or incentives would convince you to make your next car electric? Do you believe Kia's affordability push will succeed where others have struggled? Your perspective could help spark the next big conversation in global mobility. Thanks for tuning in, and we'll see you in the next episode as we continue to explore the